Okay, let's see what you can do without any tools whatsoever. You buy a rope at the shop, they will cut it for you, melted cut. This is not done by a knife like that, but it's a similar one. It's quite thin, as you can see. Maybe this is a bit wider actually than you will get from the shop, but it will prove the point. So what will happen, you start using this, and very likely after a while of usage, one of these will break off. Let's see. Like that. And you will have a rope looking like this. And first thing is, of course, it doesn't look very nice, but it will actually destroy a rope because it will continue to unwrap itself until it's completely destroyed. So the immediate action for this, if you see this on a rope, is of course to tie a knot to prevent it from untangling anymore. You can do that. But you can actually do a lot more without spending much more time. There is a knot called the walker's knot that will terminate this line in a permanent way, and you don't need any tools at all. What you need to do is to unwrap the whole thing a bit, of course, because you need something to tie the knot with. The longer ends you have, the easier it is to tie the knot. So let's say that's fine then. And then you need to tie the knot. And it's quite easy. You do a loop and around the rope and out through here. Now you take the next strand. And now you just need to think of what you're doing. This go behind, under, and through the same loop, around the same way, around everything, and out through its own loop only. So you see, the first one there, the second one there, and guess what? The third one does the same. It goes behind and through both loops, underneath the ends, around and through itself only, like this. So you have 1, 2, oops, and 3. Now we need to tighten it carefully. We want to tighten it as far in that direction as possible. Don't tighten it too hard to start with, but tighten it evenly. You see, we're starting to get there. This is the knot, and we can now make sure that it all looks nice here while we continue to tighten it. Start to find that goes down there, all right? Looks okay. It goes down there. Goes down there. Tighten it a bit more. Okay. Tighten it. Tighten it a bit more. Getting there. It's done and it's strong. I'm just tidying it up so it looks a bit nicer. I want them to fall down like that. Well, good enough. So there we have it. Depending on the type of rope, it can look nice. So this rope, as you can see, unwraps itself very, very much, right? So it's a bit hard to make the knot look super nice, but on some rope, it will actually look very nice. And if it's a wider rope, you can also work longer with it. It's easier to see what you're doing, and you can make it look quite nice. But this one now protects the end of your rope. And you don't really need to do much more with it. The only thing you need to do the next time you have a knife or scissors, you just need to cut it off. And now you have an ending of the rope that will protect the rope forever. This usually don't loosen up. It's a rather strong knot. But again, whenever you have a lighter or anything close by, you can also as well melt the end. And now you have a rope that is both melted and, well, this is kind of whipping, but I use a rope for doing the whipping as well, so it's a self-whipped end of the rope. This is a very strong end. Of course, the disadvantage with this is this knot. This makes the rope a bit wider at the end, so sometimes this will not work, right? But it's something you can do on a rope that will sort out the rope, save the rope without having any tools at hand. You can just make the knot and the rope is saved. It can be used, and you need to cut the ends later on, and you can melt it, or you can of course do whatever you usually do, put a proper whipping here and cut it again. But now you have something, a useful rope again. And here's one, the other end here. Actually, I've done the same knot, and in this case I didn't bother to melt, I just left it like this, which also looks nice in a way. Depends on your preferences, how you like the rope. But the walker's knot, really useful, and I will actually show you this in a better way than the knot again. So I'll bring some thinner strands in different colors and show you to tie this knot, because I think it's really great to know how to do this. Okay, so here we are. I made a short piece of rope using 3 strands of different color, which makes it much easier. So we'll make one of these walker's knot, these ones, using this rope instead, so it's easier to see how I actually do it. So again, starting with the topmost, making a loop around the whole thing and out through its own loop. The next one through the previous loop, around and out through itself, like that. And the third one through the previous loops, underneath, around and out through itself. You see? 1, 2, 3. Works on 4 strands as well. Just do it one more time and we'll tighten this up. And since this is much tighter, you will see the potential of the knot. It can actually look really nice. So let's see. Let's start tightening it up carefully and make sure that this goes nicely together while we tighten them. Here we go. So here we are. Can work a bit more on it. You can see you have red, white, black, red, white, black. So you haven't crossed anything of this, which is the way it should be done. You can see the white through there. Not a big problem if everything is white, but in this one it shows that it could be perfected a bit more. There we are. So this will now hold the rope together, and it's really hard to untie this because this end goes through the whole thing. So it's locked down by the 2 other strands. So and if you make this really tight, it's not very likely to untighten itself. It's a very, very good knot. So that's the walker's knot on 3 colored strands, on white strand,